neat song by Steve Stills, Find the Cost of Freedom. They kind of first brought it out on the Four-Way Street Tour when they wanted to bring everything down at the end of the evening and do a nice little soft sort of protest song. And but continued to play it later on. It came out on Daylight again, and a great example of a song that uses the double drop D tuning to create this great bagpipe or droning effect. Better to call it a droning effect. It's not, but it's similar to how you get the sound you get with bagpipes, because when I now strum this D chord in the double drop D tuning, what I have is nothing but D's and A's. D, A, D, A, D, D. So you don't have a third in the chord, meaning it doesn't sound like a major chord or a minor chord. It has this power chord sound, and that's what the D5 or a chord that has only roots and fifths in it is. Now what's really going on in this song though is a very simple little melody, and it uses the technique I call focused strumming, where sometimes you're hitting individual strings, sometimes you're hitting more, you're usually hitting though more than one string. Like right there when I hammer on that C on the second string first fret, you're hearing about 3 notes there, but because that one's changing, it kind of cuts through. But I don't want to strum all 6 strings there. You really lose it like this. So you're trying to hit just little areas of the neck. So I have much more extensive lessons on this idea of focused strumming over at Totally Guitars. So visiting TotallyGuitars.com, you'll be able to find a lot more lessons like this and very specific ways of doing it and songs that work on it that kind of you progress up to getting more proficient at it. But in Find the Cost of Freedom, you're just trying to pick out this little melody going from the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So the note we're listening to there is the D, then to the 1st fret of the same string, then for a C, then a hammer-on the 3rd string, from G to A, 2nd fret, then opening up the G. So what we're hearing there is D with the C, could even hammer it on from B like I said the first time, then a hammer on maybe from G to A, then hitting an open G, hitting an E leading up to F, hammer on from G to A, E, E, D, C, and back to D. With a cool little bounce from A to C. So you're trying to pick out that melody. Anyway, a lot more detailed lesson on this will be coming along, maybe, at Totally Guitars, where there's all kinds of other stuff, hundreds of lessons. So be sure to just come over there to check out the lessons, a bunch of free lessons, a bunch of comments on the forum threads of how to play this, how to play that, and great tips, everything you need really to improve your guitar playing, especially your acoustic guitar playing. That's sort of the forte of what we have happening over there. So biggest thing is that you could also come over there and recommend a lesson, and that's how we kind of decide what we're going to be doing lessons on. So hitting the recommend a lesson button and putting in a little story as to why you think it'd be great to learn Find the Cost of Freedom or Ohio, or well, except many of those we already have. So you will have to check that. Check the list, it's growing every day. So hope to see you over at TotallyGuitars.com.